Erev Tov. Welcome to the Kol Nidre services of Hillel at UCLA. I'm Rabbi Aaron Lerner, and along with Ronit and Yael Aronoff, we'll be taking you through a relatively comprehensive experience of the services should you choose to do it all. A few notes about Yom Kippur. First, we learn in the Mishnah, Yom HaKippurim asur ba'achila u'v'shtiya u'v'rechitza u'v'sicha u'v'nihilat hasandal u'v'tashmish hamita. On the day of Yom Kippur, we have 5 prohibitions. We don't eat, we don't drink, we don't take baths or otherwise bathe, we don't wear sandals, nihilat hasandal, which becomes about wearing leather shoes in most communities, and we don't have sex on Yom Kippur. So if you're curious about the basic observances of Yom Kippur, there you have it. Another wardrobe note, we wear a tallis throughout Yom Kippur, including tonight for the Kol Nidre service. So if you want to go grab yours, feel free to put this on pause and go get it. It's nice sometimes to be able to put a service on pause. I'm going to take out the Sefer Torahs, which we bring out for Kol Nidre, but I want to frame the service in 2 ways. One, Yom Kippurim is about kapara. It's about wiping away. Many of us are perfectly happy to say goodbye to 5780. It's been a tough year. As we enter into 5781, we move from Kodvenu to Chotmenu. We move from being written into the books to being sealed in the books. The idea being that the actions that we've taken over the last 10 days or the actions that we're taking even now help us move from a position of potential into the Sefarim, into the books that we're going to be written into over the course of the entire year. And indeed, as we look at what's happening in California, we look at what's happening in the world, we realize that in fact we are on the precipice. We're on the precipice of climate issues. We're on the precipice of realizing how our consumption has decimated the rest of the animal community. We are on the precipice of an election. We're on the precipice of a pandemic. There's a lot going on right now. And so I pray and ask that you'll join me for just a moment, that we should move from the feelings of vulnerability to more security, that we move from overconsumption to responsibility, that we move from division to beginning to work together on the issues that we're going to face over the course of the year. The Mishnah notes that things that happen between people cannot be forgiven by God. Similarly, things that generally people can take care of are not going to be taken care of by God. May 5781 be a year of responsibility, radical responsibility, as we move forward and take control over our own fate, whether it's a vaccine through science, or it's cleaning up our world, or it's beginning to repair the relationships that have been broken between us, both individually and as a nation. Those things are things that we have to work on. Please join me in a meditation before Yom Kippur. We start with ourselves. Before we ask for forgiveness, we forgive others. I hereby forgive all who have hurt me, all who have done me wrong, whether deliberately or by accident, whether by word or by deed. May no one be punished on my account. As I forgive and pardon fully those who have done me wrong, may those whom I have harmed by word or by deed forgive and pardon me, whether I acted deliberately or by accident. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, my rock and my redeemer. Yiyu leratzon imrefi v'hegyon le'v'necha Adonai tzuri v'goali. Please enjoy services. We'll be here to accompany you along the ride. If you haven't noticed, there are slides to the Machzor right here in the YouTube playlist. Just click on the Google Docs link and it'll bring you over. You can follow the service and the page numbers for each one of the songs are corresponding to the page numbers in those Machzor files.